Good morning, students. How are you, students? Today we are learning history and political science. And in history and political science, we were dealing with political science. In the political science, the first chapter, which we were dealing with the Indian Constitution. And so far in Indian Constitution, we have learned about the democracy, working of constitution, that is democracy, political majority, right to vote, decentralization of democracy. Then we have also gone through right to information. Today we are going to learn the second part, that is social justice and equality. What is this social justice and equality? Social justice means everyone should be given proper justice. People of every religion, caste, or whatever, the lower caste, higher caste, whatever caste we say, all human beings have the right to be given justice, and that also equally. And equality means equally, male or female, rich or poor, young or old, everyone should be treated equally. Social justice and equality, and this right is given to us by the Constitution of India. Social justice and equality are the important objectives of our Constitution. The Constitution has given the guidelines to establish a new society based on these two values. We are following the path laid down by our Constitution to achieve this goal. To establish social justice is to remove those social conditions which are responsible for injustice and insist on the equality of dignity for all individuals. The principles of justice and equality aim at ending discrimination in social status, such as superior or inferior, on the basis of our caste, religion, language, and gender, place of birth, race, property, and giving equality of opportunity for development of every individual. To establish justice and equality, efforts are to be made at all levels of society. But the government's efforts and policies on this front are more important. For democracy to be inclusive, one must try to bring all sections of the society into the mainstream. Democracy is, in fact, a process of accommodating different sections in society. Democracy helps in reducing social conflicts. Let us take a review of the efforts made in India in this direction. First is policy of reservation of seats. Okay, policy of reservation of seats is meant for those sections of society who have been deprived of the opportunities for education and employment for a long period of time. Accordingly, in educational institutions and in government services, some seats are kept reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. There is also a provision of reservation of seats for other backward classes. Then is the scheduled caste and tribes, which you are seeing there. Prevention of Atrocities Act. This is an important act for establishing social justice and equality. This act prevents any injustice against the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, and any act of atrocity committed against them is liable for punishment. It is non-bailable punishment. It is okay. Provisions for minorities. The Indian Constitution has made several provisions for the protection of minorities. The government has adopted several policies for minorities to provide them the opportunities for education and employment. The Indian Constitution prohibits discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, race, language, and region. This is a comprehensive provision for minorities which fundamentally protects their rights to equality, freedom, right against exploitation, and cultural and educational rights. That everyone should be given equal responsibility. Since majority in this country is Hindus, so minorities are the people of different other religions. So since everyone should be given equal opportunity, certain provisions are made for the minorities to even partake in the educational field or in other sectors too. Law relating to women and provisions for representation. In the post independence period, efforts were made for empowering women. Taking into consideration the problems of women, several policies have been adopted at national and international level to remove illiteracy among women and to make available opportunities for their development. the right to have an equal share in the property of the father and husband, Dowry Prohibition Act, Act Against Sexual Harassment, Domestic Violence Prohibition Act are some important provisions which create a favorable environment for protection of freedom of women and securing their development. You know how the women are being tortured in different places. Today it seems that being a girl is wrong, but if we treat our sisters or the women whom we come in contact or our friends in a respectable manner, it will be a better place for them to live in, because a woman is the one who takes care of everything. Our mother is the one who guides us, our sister is the one who takes care of us. So if we treat women properly, I think we will be treated well. So they are given equal, and there are, for the protection of them, there are various acts by the government to protect them. In our country, from the very beginning, women have inadequate representation in politics and political institutions. Many countries in the world have made efforts to increase the representation of women. From this respective, changes are taking place in India as well. The 73rd and 74th Amendment reserved 33% of seats for women in local self-governing institutions. This percentage has been raised to 50% in several states, including Maharashtra. Okay, you see the representation of women in Lok Sabha, how it is given, how it started increasing, how it has gone. Okay, today, 2014, it was 66, and how it is increased. Role of judiciary. Now, judiciary, till today, people believe in the justice of India, in the court. Okay, though it might be corrupt, though there might be so many things, but there are people who still believe in the law, that law will give them justice. There are some people who are spoiling the name of the court, like some of the lawyers and all, corrupt lawyers, corrupt judges, but in spite of that, still people believe and trust in the law of the land. The judiciary in India has played an important role in strengthening democracy and helping to make towards achieving the objectives of social justice and equality. While interpreting the provisions of the Constitution, the judiciary has a National Commission for Women has been established, has always taken into consideration the fundamental objectives of the Constitution and also the intentions of the Constitution makers. We will try to understand the contribution of the judiciary in this regard with the help of following points. Okay, sorry, this was the earlier part. National Commission for Women has been established. Similar commission also exists at the state level. The Act for the Protection of Women Against Domestic Violence is an important step in the direction of democracy. This act underlined the need to protect the dignity and self-esteem of women. This act rejected traditional forms of domination and authoritarianism and expanded the scope of Indian democracy to make it inclusive in true sense. Sorry, this point belongs to the women's. Okay, and this point belongs to over here. Sorry for that. Okay, regarding judiciary, okay, with the help of the following points. What is the contribution of judiciary, which we shall see in this following points. First, the basic framework of the Constitution. The Constitution is dynamic. It is a living document. Okay, the Constitution has to change according to the changing conditions, and the Parliament has the power to make those changes. Who has the power? Parliament. The judiciary has accepted this power of the Parliament to make changes in the Constitution, but at the same time specified the limitations on this power. Means limitation is put on this power. Parliament can do changes, but with limitation. The judiciary has taken a stand that the Parliament, while amending the Constitution, cannot alter the basic structure of the Constitution. Okay, the basic structure of the Constitution cannot be altered. Second, significant judicial decisions. The protection provided to the citizens by fundamental rights in the Constitution has been made more meaningful through various decisions of judiciary. Some of the important subjects on which the court has given judgments includes rights of children, protection of human rights, protection of the honor and dignity of women, individual freedom, and tribal empowerment. These efforts have made the political process in India more mature. In this chapter, we took a review of the constitution and the working of the government on the basis of the constitution. In the next context of Indian democracy, there are many challenges before India's democracy. Government's acts and policies have not put an end to all the problems. There are several new problems confronting us. However, what is important is that the people in India have developed a democratic mindset. In the next chapter, we will study the election process in India, how the election is taken place. So, students, chapter is over. Please complete the question answers and study, because exam is soon coming. After 20th August, we may begin our first unit test exam. Thank you and God bless you.